Hello, welcome to another video. This is Washim Akram. Today we're going to dive into an essential concept in C#, event-driven programming. So let's get started. So first, what is event-driven programming? Event-driven programming is a paradigm where the flow of a program is determined by events like user action or system changes. Event can be anything. User action like clicking a button, typing text, or even system-generated events like timer expiring or a file being modified. And the publisher-subscriber pattern is centered to this where the publisher send notification and the subscriber react when an action occurs. Let's recap again. At the heart of this paradigm is publisher subscriber pattern. We can also call it observer pattern. The publisher or event source send notification and the subscriber or listener react when an event occurs. So this is called publisher subscriber pattern. Now let's see delegates, lambdas and events. What is delegate? So a delegate is like a function pointer. It allows method to pass as parameter and we can store it in a variable and we can invoke it dynamically at runtime. Now why is this important? Delegates are key for building flexible systems that need callback or need to respond to event. Now let's see a simple example of delegates. The first line, this is declaring a delegate type. First the modifier, then the delegate keyword, and then return type. Here we can set return type void if no return type is necessary. We can set integer, string, list, dictionary, whatever that is available. And then we set the delegate name. For example, here the print message is our delegate name, and inside this we have a string type variable which is message. In the next line, we create an instance of our delegate print message. We assign the console.writeLine into our instance. So now this print will point to the console.writeLine function. So whenever we will use print nice learning and we're sending a string argument here, so this will work as console.writeLine and then nice learning, and this will be printed. Now let's see lambdas. Now what is lambda? So it's anonymous function that allow us to define functionality in a concise way without creating separated method. So we can create a method instantly. Now why does this matter? So lambda make our code cleaner and more readable, and especially when working with linking queries. We will see this in details in the next video. So what they do, they simplify our code. Now let's see a very basic example of lambdas, how we can use it. Like first we define a lambda expression. We define a function that have two parameters and a return type. The name of this function is add, and here a and b is our parameters, and this function add will return the sum of two integers a plus b. And see, in this function console.writeLine, we're calling the function add, our lambda expression, and sending argument 3 and 4, and this will output 7. Now let's see events. So what is event? So event is a way to notify other parts of our program when something happens. So when something will happen in our program, we'll notify other related component that something happened, and they will act accordingly. Events are built on delegates and allow us to implement the publisher subscriber model or the publisher subscriber pattern that we saw earlier. So to implement events, what do we need? We need delegates also, right? Now, why are events crucial? See, in modern application, whether it's responding to a button click in a web app or tracking user actions, events are essential for creating responsive systems that react to state changes. So see, in this example, first we declare a delegate. Here, notify event handler is our delegate, which have a string type parameters message, and then we declare an event based on delegate. First, the public modifier. Here you can set any modifier that you need according to your preference. Then the event keyword. We are declaring event, right? And then which delegate we are going to use is notify event handler. And then we name our event on notify. Now we have a method trigger event. In this method, what do we have? We have on notify. See, if it is not now, that means something happened. If something happened, they need to invoke it. Invoke what? Our notify handler. And there we have a string type parameter as we are sending here, right? So user logged in. So what will happen here? If user login, then this will invoke our notify event handler. See, in the main method, instantiating the class and subscribing the event in the next line. Here we call the onNotify, and this will subscribe to the event. Which event? OnNotify event that we created here. And see here, message is our parameter. Which parameter? This parameter. String type parameter that the notify event handler receive. And then we're referring console.writeLine. So now this will point to the console.writeLine, and when we will create or we will trigger this event using app.trigger event, we'll get the output event triggered and then the message. Now let's see why those concepts matter for .NET Developer. So Delegate offers a way to create dynamic and flexible system, and lambdas allow us to write concise and elegant code. Events let us build responsive, event-driven application. And together, all of them, they form the backbone of modular, maintainable, and scalable application in ASP.NET. So that was all a theoretical concept of event-driven programming. If you want to read it, I'll provide the link in the video description. Thanks for watching.